Well, commuters will have a tough time getting around the city today. CB24's Christina Tenalia joins us live from Yonge and York Mills with more on this, and public transit might be the best way.
Yes, it may be, but keep in mind there are changes to service. The TTC has made changes to a few dozen of its routes, particularly bus routes. 41 bus routes in the city have been canceled because of challenges with buses in areas where there are hills and because of freezing rain. So check the TTC's website or their Twitter account throughout the day for that information. Let's pivot to Go Transit for a moment. I am going to introduce here Matt Llewellyn with Go Transit to give us a bit of a rundown on the winter maintenance operations and planning, I should say service plan for Go Transit. Matt, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, Christina, thanks so much for having me.
So let's start, before we look ahead to this evening and the commute, which could be the big challenge here, let's talk about right now, any impact on service.
Yeah, actually, because this was such a well-forecasted storm and because we knew about the risks of this storm in particular, as you heard Bill talking about there, we put in our winter maintenance plan, and this is a heavy winter snow plan that we put in. It's the first time in 5 years that we did that. So what does that look like for our customers? Well, it means that there's no express trains running. And the reason for that is because we want trains to stay just on one track. The less that you have them moving in between tracks, the easier it is in order to keep a safe, reliable service. Another thing that customers are going to notice is perhaps a slight adjustment to their schedule. So this afternoon, in particular for Lakeshore West, for Kitchener, for Barrie, and for Milton customers as well, there might be slight changes to the schedule. That might mean waiting an extra 15 minutes. That might mean waiting that your train comes an extra 10 minutes early. So really, our message to customers today is make sure you're doing some of that planning. Check the Go Transit website, and as well as our trip planner. And if you need, we also have all of our information on our Twitter handles. So if you follow those, you can find all of that schedule information. But really, be sure to check that schedule before heading out the door today. That's our #1 message to customers.
And Matt, how far in advance does Go Transit make these service-related decisions? You know, let's say before rush hour, if you need to make changes to a route, is the goal, you know, at least an hour before we want to give our customers that heads up?
Yeah,
for changes that haven't been announced already.
Yeah, we're in a unique position because we need to do lots of planning ahead of time because we operate on shared tracks. We share our GO Train tracks with some of our other rail partners, including our freight partners and some of our other rail passenger partners. So we need to do that type of planning in advance. So I can tell you that all week, our crews and our Network Operations Center and all of our frontline staff have been very busy preparing for what we believed was going to be a significant storm. And then late yesterday afternoon, we made a decision to actually implement this plan. And so you're seeing sort of the result of that today, which is, again, some of those service adjustments. But it takes a fair amount of planning that happens beforehand, which is why, you know, we recognize that our service in particular is a lifeline service for many different people around the region, and not everyone gets a snow day. So, for example, think about those healthcare workers. They need to be able, in order to get to their jobs, and we want to be able to continue to provide a safe, reliable service. So looking at this potential storm that was coming in, understanding the potential impacts of that around the roads and around the region, we needed to make sure that we could continue doing that. So the planning started earlier in the week and is continuing. I can tell you, I was just on a call not even 15 minutes ago to find out how things were looking for this afternoon. So things are looking pretty good in terms of our service this afternoon. For our bus customers, of course, they are affected by the roads as well. So again, our best advice to them, check the Go Transit website, make sure that you're following any of the service alerts to find out that information. Sign up for On The Go alerts. They weren't working a little bit earlier this morning. We had a little bit of a technical problem, but we sorted that out. So again, sign up for those, make sure you're getting your information and follow along. And of course, if it is slippery out there, you know, do your best to stay safe.
Okay, Matt Llewellyn with Metrolinx. Thank you so much, Matt.
Thanks, Christina. Really nice talking to you.